One of the most popular features in Luminar AI is the sky replacement feature. Let's take a closer look right now. So today we're just going to kind of take a deep dive into the sky replacement feature. So I'm just going to brush up this photo very quickly. I'm going to go to enhance, try to bring out some of this detail. Sky enhancer I'm just going to leave alone for now. And in structure I'm just going to give a bit more detail there. Then I'm going to head into landscape and play around with these settings just to give it a little bit more pop without really giving it any color as of yet. So we'll come back to the color in a second. So now here in Creative under Sky AI, I want to look for a sky that complements this scene. If I look at the bottom left here, I see there's a bit of sun coming from that area. So I'm going to see if they have any default skies that look similar to that. This I kind of like. That one I quite like as well, even though the sun's more here in the middle. So I'm going to go with this guy, and then we're going to go over the rest of the settings here. So the first setting here is the horizon blending. Now this one I don't really have to use for this picture, but if there was like some water here and there was a distinct line and you wanted to merge the sky with the horizon, that's what this blending is for. It kind of merges the two to look seamless. Now for horizon, you can either bring it left or right. If you bring it to the right, the horizon gets higher. You bring it to the left, it gets lower. So you can pretty much make any adjustments that you want that make sense to your scene. And the relight scene, this is great because the sky is different. It is lighting your scene differently. So if I bring this all the way to the right, you will see how that adjusts the scene according to the sky that you just changed it with. So it's the AI on this really is very intuitive. Like if I were to bring that back down, it would still hold the original exposure, the original color lighting, all that stuff. And then the sky global is further adjustments for the whole lighting of the scene. So here we are in advanced features. The first one is close gaps. I'm not going to use that for this particular picture. It's actually better to use that if you have foliage closer to the subject, and we'll cover that in another video. Then you have your sky defocus here, and that basically makes the sky blurry. Now typically if you're taking landscape shots, you want the sky in focus, and then you have the option to flip the sky horizontally here. As you get further down, there's atmospheric haze that you can add, so it adds kind of that hazy look in the sky, which I'm going to leave off for now. And then the sky temperature, where of course if you move it to the left, it makes the scene more cooler, and further to the right, it gives it that very warm tone, like a sunset tone, which is kind of what I'm going for here, but just a little bit. And lastly, you have your sky exposure, which makes the sky darker, underexposed or overexposed. Now that's the main settings for Sky AI. You have Augmented Sky here, which you can put objects like more clouds. You can throw in some birds if you like. There's an eagle. But we're not going to get into this just yet. Now with Atmosphere AI, you have a few options here: fog, layered fog, mist, haze. I'll just quickly show you the fog feature. Of course, if I bring the slider up, you see it gives you that really hazy fog look. You can make it thicker, you can make it thin, how light you want it, how dark you want it. Really just to give you that hazy fog look. And again, they have mist. It kind of looks the same. Then you have haze, which I really don't see there. Bring that up. Oh, there's the haze. If I bring that up, it gives that morning haze look. Kind of like that actually. That looks pretty cool. And then if you wanted a sun, you know, like an artificial sun, you can, you know, generate one. Let's say I wanted to put that one right there where that glow is. And then you can increase the amount of it. I'm not going to put too much, just a little. The overall look, the sun rays length, you know, how strong it penetrates through the image. I'm just going to make it penetrate slightly. And then further settings for the sun. There's a lot of things you could do with this, and I highly encourage you to just, you know, play with the sliders and go for a look that you want. So lastly, what I would do with this image is give it some color, but I would give it color using contrast. Now I'm gonna do this really quickly, but this is gonna lead up to the next video on how to get color and details just by adjusting contrast. And there you go. This is kind of the look I was looking for, something like with a sunset, almost that painterly look. And the other thing I wanted to mention with the sky replacement is that if you've downloaded custom skies, or if you have skies of your own, or even if you want to just use free stock photos like from Unsplash or Pexels or wherever you want to go, you can load it here at the very bottom. It says load custom sky image, and you can, you know, pick any image you want to use for your sky. You see how it replaces that sky automatically, and there you go. And you see even the water adopts the color too. Unfortunately, the sky reflection feature is still missing, and we're hoping to get it soon, so I'll definitely do a video on that once it comes out. Now I'm going to show you a few examples of how I use the sky replacement to really just enhance some of my photos. So just to summarize, I really like this feature, but I would use it on a case-to-case basis. As I showed you, especially for blown out skies or skies that are just, you know, one color, very boring, and you want to give it some life, this is where I see this feature would be beneficial. And if you want to see more techniques in the next video, I'm going to talk about using raw footage and the contrast features within Luminar to pull out details and to really take advantage of those features to enhance your image. You were created to create, and we'll talk to you later.